Welcome to Life Extension Live. I'm Dr. Mike, and that right there sitting next to me is...
Dr. Crystal.
She's been sitting there for how many years now?
Almost
seven years. We've been doing all this, and we've had so much
since
fun.
2018.
Yeah, great shows, great information. Thank you for being such a great audience. Today, we're talking about something that's pretty trendy.
Oh, yes. I'm sure you're seeing it all over your timeline. Red light therapy.
TV commercials?
But specifically for hair.
Hair. Red light therapy for hair loss is today's show. We have some stats here. Hair loss affects 80% of men and 50% of women worldwide by age 70.
But here's the big one.
Bigger.
The global revenue from drugs and advanced therapies is estimated at $11.4 billion. And then nutritional add-ins about $8.09 billion globally.
It's a lot of money on meds and nutrients, right?
Yes.
And listen, let's be honest. They work for some, not great for others, right? And so you often are trying multiple things too, right? And so red light therapy,
another tool in the toolbox.
Maybe for you. So on today's show, we're taking a closer look at this emerging technology to get a better understanding of how the treatment is performed and see exactly is this a viable way to grow hair or prevent hair loss? So first of all, we got to talk about what red light therapy is first. It's known as photobiomodulation.
Yes.
PBM. That was hard to say. But before we do that, okay, so basically what it is, it's delivering, it's light.
Yes.
That's what you have to understand. This is nothing fancy. It's just simple light. Let's, Hannah, can you throw up that first electromagnetic spectrum? So there we go. You see that, Dr. Crystal?
Yes.
There are all different types of energy. You got gamma rays, X-rays, that's what I did for years, ultraviolet, that's the sun and stuff. And then you have visible light.
Yes, these are lower energy wavelengths,
Overall,
as you can see.
Yeah, gamma rays would run right through you and destroy you. Just so you know, I guess you didn't know that.
Dr. Mike, I knew that. Thanks for reminding me.
But we're protected from those. The visible light, or called the visible spectrum, is then broken up into starting with your shorter wavelengths to the higher.
Yeah.
And red is at the end of that. It's the highest
end of the
wavelength.
visible light spectrum.
Right.
Yeah.
And so essentially, that's the light they're using. It's that simple.
And this light is not like, as you can see here, it's different from the UV radiation and wavelength. So it's very safe, Dr. Mike.
It's part of the visible light spectrum.
Yes, it is.
It's nothing crazy, right? That's what's really good about it. Now we have another picture. So what's interesting about the red light in that wavelength, right? We have another picture we're going to show, which is showing you all these different visible lights, again, from purple down to red, and how far there it is.
Yes.
How far they penetrate down into the skin, and that's important if you're going to get better hair growth. And as you can see, red light way to the right is the one that goes down the farthest, really stimulating a lot of the hair follicles and the cells around them.
Yeah, getting down into the dermis and those stem cells down there, and really helping to activate systems that can promote hair growth.
Yeah, so we actually have 3 known benefits, right? Number 1, mitochondrial activation, which means more ATP. If you guys follow our show, you better know what a mitochondria is, and you better know what ATP is. That's your energy currency, and the mitochondria is the bank.
Yes.
And so more mitochondria, more energy, cells can do their jobs more. By the way, red light therapy, I don't know if you know this.
I don't know.
You want to be quizzed?
No, just tell the audience.
It turns out that red light therapy can boost ATP production by up to 70%.
I think it's fantastic. We also know it has an anti-inflammatory effect, oxidative stress reduction, and improving oxygen and nutrients.
Yeah.
So just kind of improving blood flow to that area, so that you can get some nutrients to those cells.
Gunk out.
Yes.
Cells work better. Red light
just
therapy.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward, and those are well documented benefits. So, what does all this mean? Let's make that connection now.
Yeah.
More mitochondria, more energy. You got just more blood flow, all that kind of good stuff happening. What does all that mean then? Specifically to hair growth in the follicle.
Yeah, the follicles are longer lasting, and you can even support growth of new hair follicles.
Yeah.
And I think, Dr. Mike, one thing we need to make very clear to all of you out there is the process of hair growth is slow.
Yes.
So,
yes.
it's not something that you're going to use for a couple of weeks and boom, you've got this head full of hair.
It's a commitment.
It's definitely a commitment, but we also know that I was shocked as we dug into this topic that there is real research, Dr. Mike.
Well,
I mean, this is the real deal.
Is there proof?
Yes.
That this actually works, yeah. So let's go into that. I'll start with this one. There have been multiple, this is kind of a summary of a lot of this, okay? So multiple clinical studies have demonstrated significant improvement in hair density and growth with red light therapy, specifically for that type of hair loss. That's the most common, which is the androgenic. That's the testosterone-based, hormonal-based hair loss. Specifically, there was a 24-week randomized, keep that in mind, 24 weeks. This isn't going to be quick. 24 weeks randomized double-blind sham device control trial. All that means is some people got the red light and some people just got yellow light or something. That's all sham means.
Not the real thing.
They don't know it. It's coming from the same machine, but some are getting the red, some are getting some other wavelength, right? And so they looked at evaluated the combination of the red light therapy and the pulse electromagnetic field therapy. That's the fake one, right? 80 people. That's pretty good. So you got 40 people on the real stuff, red light, 40 people on the fake life. After the treatment, the people on red light therapy showed a significant increase in mean hair density from 114 to 139 hairs per centimeter squared. That's big. That's filling in those gaps.
I'm telling you, that's making you feel a whole lot more confident.
Yeah, and this was a significant difference between the sham group.
Yep. And then we also have another study with the red light therapy compared to Minoxidil, which is very common.
Very common. One of the number one prescriptions, I think.
And so when you compare this to conventional treatments, the effects were comparable or superior in their efficacy. So this red light therapy showed increase in terminal hair counts of 12%, around a little over 12%, to a little over 16% compared to just 8 and 12 for the Minoxidil.
Right.
And they used in this study two different percentages of Minoxidil. So you have
a little weaker, a little stronger.
2%, 5%, and you saw that it showed better improvements or more of that terminal hair count.
Excellent.
And so there are more studies. I know you put one more study in here,
Well,
Dr. Mike.
there's a review of 36. We like those kind of reviews, those systemic reviews of clinical trials. It's a good way to kind of pool all that stuff, whether it's a meta-analysis or just a review. But it's just a good way to look at it, because now you're going from 80 patients to 966.
Yeah, when you pool these 36 studies,
and it just gives more credibility. Yeah. At the end of the day, this review and meta-analysis concluded that red light therapy is effective for treating the androgenic alopecia. That's that hormonal most common type. And so just lots of research supporting this.
We do. And just to highlight, this is being studied more than just with hair loss, with other types of ailments, joint issues, and really just helping to support healing all around. And that's where why I'm so excited about this, because it seems to work.
But we always, we're not just going to talk about efficacy and how well something works. You also have to you realize there's another side of that, which is safety. And so in medicine, we're always trying to balance.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some therapies that work, but they have so many side effects, people can't take them.
Yeah.
Right? So you always want to have that balance. Red light therapy, side effects, very minimal, very safe.
Yes. And so we do see a good safety profile across all clinical trials. Most studies reported either no adverse effects or mild transient side effects. And so they're very rare, temporary, and tolerable.
Yeah.
And that's important. I would say one thing that that you want to be aware of, and I think we'll talk about kind of the at-home versus what you can use in a physician's office. But you want to be careful that you're seeing the type of the skin types that it's approved for.
Yeah.
So you're not seeing many of the devices approved for darker skin. So it's skin types 1 through 4. So 5 and 6, we still need a little more research. That's like, I'm about a 5.
Okay.
And so you still need a little more research there. So I just wanted to make sure that part was clear.
And that is
with
going to
the red
come.
light therapy.
Yeah, based on the efficacy of what we have with the first 4 levels, there's no reason why we're not going to research this in all skin types.
There is research showing, like some preliminary research showing that it's just fine. But I just wanted to share that with you. You are seeing in office some physicians using it for darker skin, but like your at-home devices, it may not be indicated for that.
I think that would be the key thing, right? If you're a 5, 6 skin type, you're probably going to do. You'd probably go to your doctor,
right?
And get it. Now you're dealing with a good machine and all that kind of stuff. So I do want to go back to this idea though of how long does it take, because it is what it is. We are an instant gratification society. We have been for decades now. We really have, right? And now it's even worse. Now Amazon takes 5 minutes to get to your door. I know. You order it and you hear a knock on the door. I was like, oh, geez, I just ordered. It's like they're waiting.
They run in my neighborhood. I don't know if you've ever seen them, but they hop out of that truck so fast and sprint to the door.
Oh, no, jeez. Well, how long does it take? We have to slow this down. It's progressive, you guys. It's a progressive timeline. Things are going to happen gradually. Some people may be a little faster, some people a little slower. That's all normal. But based on the research, and that's how we should answer questions like this, 12 to 24 weeks. To see maybe just good results, not maybe complete yet.
Exactly. I was going to say that 12 to 24 weeks, but you may have to, it may be something that you'll need to just use ongoing.
Yeah, but once you start seeing once you start seeing the results, that's the motivation, and you'll keep doing it, and you'll keep doing it, and you'll keep doing it.
But it does take dedication, Dr. Mike. We're not talking like some devices. It's 20 minutes every day. Some devices, like maybe 2 or 3 times a week. So it really all depends on the type of device that you have. Some of them are easy and straightforward. Some it's kind of, and when I say easy or straightforward, like the caps. The
caps and the helmets. And those have a lot of the research.
You can multitask with those.
Yeah, the caps and the helmets.
The combs, the wands, you have to kind of sit there and hold it.
Well, that's great. But just give it time. That's the most important thing. And at this, again, best candidates, we just talked a little bit about skin type, although I do think this is going to be shown to be effective across the board with more research. But right now it does look like it is the hormonal type of hair loss. It's the most common. That's who's going to be helped the best. And it's really early to mid stage, If you have had no hair for 20 years.
Yes.
You could try it. Safe. You might actually get, just a healthier scalp.
I think the challenge with that
Robson, healthier scalp.
Is you do need direct skin contact with these. So if you do have hair, and let's say you have some thinning hair, then maybe you need to use like the comb version to really get those diodes and get that
that's
light
a good point.
touching the scalp, because there is research where like if it's thinning hair, you can't really reach the scalp
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay.
So
maybe there's other devices that are better for that.
Exactly.
Okay, I got you. Post-hair transplant patients do well with this. And what's known as the telogem type of hair loss, this is a stress-related.
Yes.
Maybe there too, but not as much as the hormonal. So there you go. That's all for you. How often can you do this, Dr. Crystal?
Yes. So clinical trials vary. So it really all depends. 3 days a week for some. Some it's indicated every day. Just the time may be a little bit shorter every day. But it ranges from daily to 3 times a week.
In Google land, people ask a lot of questions about, well, are these helmets, devices, combs, what we call in-home devices, just as good as the doctor's office? Well, the problem in answering that, Dr. Christer, is there's limited comparison, head-to-head comparison.
Very true. Yes.
Right? And so at this point, there is research showing the in-home stuff works well. Office stuff works, pretty good. The one thing, if you're someone who kind of struggles with compliance and stuff, maybe the in-office stuff might be better because you're making that appointment. You're going in 2 or 3 times. You know what I mean? Maybe that's better. So who are you to figure that out?
I would agree. It really does it. Do you have the bandwidth to sit in the office 3 times a week? To go in for that visit?
You may not, yeah.
Right, you may not. Or do you want something where you can wear the cap and cook
and clean, pick up the kids.
Yeah, so it varies, but there are tons of devices on the market. And you just have to find the one.
We're not promoting any. We're just giving you the information.
But the short answer is the at-home devices work.
They work.
They do work.
Yeah. If you want more information just about hair loss in general, now we're talking a lot. Life Extension's protocols are jam-packed with rigorous science, up to date. Go to lifeextension.com/hair. Not hair loss, just hair.
Just hair.
That's it. Very simple. /hair. When you're there at Life Extension, use the discount code LELIVE for 10% off $50 or more, plus free shipping and handling. That's all over there at lifeextension.com. Don't forget, we go live every Wednesday, 12 noon Eastern Time. We have a new show, a weekly show starting pretty soon. We're just teasing it right now, called Real Wellness with Dr. Mike and Dr. Crystal. So check out that. But for now, it's Wednesdays, 12 noon Eastern Time. So hit interested, ring the bells.
Click thumbs up.
Do all that so you know when we're about to go live. I'm Dr. Mike, that is
Dr. Crystal.
We will see you next time.